What's up, everyone, and welcome to Clear Talk. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about the Donald Trump Jesus post. All right. This has been huge, blowing up pretty much all over the internet, whether it's regular news, mainstream media, or social media, X. Everybody's talking about this, and I mean, and fully so. I mean, it's quite shocking. I mean, not necessarily shocking that Trump would actually post it, but just like shocking that it's again that this is a president that's posting something like this, to the point that it shocked people enough that he had to turn around and pull it down. So we're going to talk about it, and kind of go over the whole backstory. What's been going on between him and the Pope. That led up to this, and then his explanation for why he posted this. So, thank you very much for joining me here. If you are new to Clear Talk, welcome. If you'd like to check out more videos from the channel, please do so. Consider subscribing, like, share, comment, all that good stuff to get more videos in front of more people. If you would, it's free for you, and helps out the channel tremendously. If you'd like to check out videos from my other channels, you have JMD there. JMD Play, Puzzling. If you like what you see there, consider subscribing to those as well. Free for you, helps out the channel amazingly. If you want to go further, Patreon there, $2 a month. You can support any of the channels that you would like to help grow those channels, to help grow Patreon, help grow JMD Nation, and contribute to that growth how you would like to. Any contribution support you give is very much appreciated, and I thank you very much, because I don't make anything off of YouTube. I get no revenue from it, so to keep doing this, I'm going to need your help. So any help again that you give is very much appreciated. So thank you very much. And if you return, you're freaking amazing. You're amazing. Welcome back to Clear Talk, because you're what makes JMD Nation. So, as we know, this picture was posted on Truth Social by Donald Trump, roughly, I think, around 9:30 something or whatever, somewhere around there. On the 12th, if I'm not mistaken, it was on Truth Social for roughly about, I think, 13-ish hours before it was finally pulled down. And it's basically depicting Donald Trump as a Jesus-like figure, some sort of a savior-like figure, with his hand on somebody that's bedridden. You have nurse, army, military flag. Like, it's just like he is someone healing individuals, to the nation, to whatever. Healing America, I guess the part of, he probably extension of this, making America great again, MAGA, whatever. These sort of angelic-like or figurines of sorts that may be important to history, perhaps. Somebody has pointed out somewhere that there's an original version that this was depicted from, of a photo that this particular figure or whatever did not have these like wing like things or these points here. It was a little bit different. They had more like angel wings in the back or something. I have not been able to find that picture, even though it was shown by I can't remember who pointed out, but it was shown to have that. And somehow this picture was changed to have this more, people were saying, more demonic. I don't know. I mean, it kind of looks a little evilish. It's questionable, that's for certain. But yes, this image was posted up. And many people immediately were, hitting and criticizing Trump on this video, on this picture, and it being blasphemous to Christianity, to the Catholicism, anything around the idea of of a savior, Jesus or whatever, in Trump being parallel to this. Again, this was the same thing that I talked about when they brought up when it was on the Easter dinner, where they were, paralleling him to Jesus, as if he, did the same thing. Like he has had the same, criticism as Jesus did. Like he. Anyways, it was ridiculous then, and it's ridiculous here. So, what brought this upon? What brought this about, though? That's what we're going to talk about a little bit here. All right, so I got this video from DW News, and they kind of break down. I'm going to do it in two sections. They're going to break down first what initialized this fight between the Pope and Trump, and then we're going to talk about we're going to jump to the section where they talk about the actual photo, AI photo. So yeah, let's check this out. Okay, so that is the initial video, the sermon speech that Pope Leo gives at St. Peter's, whatever, a ceremony thing. I don't know what it's for, but he's basically just saying, "In the war, no more war." And he doesn't even specifically point out Iran in the U.S. Like, he's just saying in general, no more war. Period. I mean, simple, easy for anybody to state. And this though initiates Trump to go on Truth Social and just flat out attack and go at the Pope, making all kinds of claims that he wants nuclear weapons, and he wants, all this. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And as they go on to claim, this was his Truth Social post. And I'm going to go over this real quick before we continue the video. Pope Leo is weak on crime and terrible for foreign policy. He talks about fear of the Trump administration, but doesn't mention the fear that the Catholic Church and all other Christian organizations had during COVID, when they were arrested, priests, ministers, and everybody else holding church sermons, even when going outside and being 10 and even 20 feet apart. This is an absolutely ridiculous rant. I like his brother Louis much better, because Louis is all MAGA. He gets it, and Leo doesn't. I don't want a pope who thinks it's okay for Iran to have a nuclear weapon. I don't want a pope who thinks it's terrible that America attacked Venezuela, a country that was sending massive amounts of drugs into the United States, and even worse, emptying their prisons and including murders, blah, 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 blah. I mean, it's so stupid. Are you serious right now? And I don't want a pope who criticizes the president of the United States because I'm doing exactly what I was elected in a landslide to do, setting record low numbers in crime and creating the greatest stock market in history. Leo should be thankful because, as everyone knows, he was a shocking surprise. He wasn't on any list to be pope and was only put there by the church because he was an American, and they thought that would be the best way to deal with President Donald J. Trump. If I wasn't in the White House, Leo wouldn't be in the Vatican. Are you serious right now? Are you serious? It's the same. It's the same ploy that he does. Nothing would have happened if I was here, or if it wasn't for me, this person wouldn't do this. Blah 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 blah. It's everything revolves around Donald Trump. In his mind, every decision, everything that everybody does is all revolved around him. And whether somebody is successful or not is all around him. Although, knock, 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 Orban, you want to have a conversation here? But, and we'll get to that at some point this week. But I mean, it is absolutely insane the amount of narcissism that this man has. Oh my gosh. And then to tell him that he needs to just focus on being a pope and using common sense and stop catering to the left, not a politician. Okay, anyway, let's continue. No, he's just a man that is encouraging no more war. He said nothing about nuclear weapons. He said nothing about crime in our cities. He said nothing about any of that. He just simply said, let's stop it with the wars. Let's stop it with the wars. It's like endless suffering for everybody. Death, destruction, disparity, economic woes and crisis globally. Like, it's just simple. Just stop the wars. Simple. It's not complicated. That's all he said. But this got Trump all up in an uproar because, God, forbid anybody actually, say no to wars. Like, stop the war. A war that I want to cast, and I've said myself that I want it in, but yet, because somebody else said it, that makes me mad. That's bad. Like, what the hell, man? It's so stupid. Anyway, all right, let's continue. Blessed are the peacemakers. Simple thing. Blessed are the peacemakers. While Trump himself appointed himself aboard a board of peace, but yet, as we know, how he's done is create chaos, trying to argue taking over all kinds of countries and starting a war with somebody over something that was not even a threat. And Trump calls himself the ultimate peacemaker, but yet he's continuing in with a war and goes into negotiations to where he, it's blatantly obvious we're not going to actually negotiate whatsoever. Allowing Israel to continue bombing, even though Lebanon, it continued bombing in Lebanon, even though it was a part of the agreement originally. Before Trump, at the last minute, allowed Netanyahu to be like, no, we're not going to stop here. We're not going to stop here. So get over that. And Trump's like, okay, boss. It's absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And he's right. He's right. As a church, as someone of the church, that's all they're called to do. And according to the Bible, being a peacemaker. Now, there's a lot of argument around other sections of the Bible that's kind of goes against that, but nevertheless, what he's taking in his message and what he wants to spread as a message in is being the peacemaker. Let's end wars. Simple as that. I'm not trying to get into politics. I'm talking about humanity here. That's what he's talking about. It's simple. It's not complicated. Here, they continue to talk about. So after that, after what he said there, coincidentally, is when Trump posted up his picture on Truth Social. This is what I'm talking about. This. So, according to Trump, this picture is him as a doctor. He looked at this picture and thought, oh, that is such a cool picture. I look like a doctor. And I'm healing the sick. I'm healing the nation because that's what I do. So, yeah, I want to retruth this. I want to post this up. Because doctors are always wearing like gowns and stuff with like sashes and have magic glowing from their hands as they touch people. That's got to be one of the lamest ass excuses I have ever heard. Defending yourself for posting such a derogatory, blasphemous image of yourself. Somebody's got to get Grandpa off of social media, man. Somebody's got to get him off. Actually, no. Let him keep doing it. Fuck that. Let's let him keep doing it. Let him keep digging his holes. Let him keep showing how pathetic he is. Let him keep showing how much his disdain for religion is. The mockery that he continues to have for religion, no matter what it is. Like just let him cook, okay? Let him, as they say, just let him cook and burn himself alive, because this is absolutely, it's making my point. It's making all the points that I've made about Trump for months now, for years now, that he does not care. He does not care about religion. He does not care about Jesus. He does not care about anybody else. He thinks he is the one who is the savior and will save all of humanity. Will save America, will save Venezuela, will save Iran, will save Greenland, will save Cuba, will save it is absolutely ridiculous. And the reason why there have been protests over and over and over again to make the statement, okay, we do not want a king. We do not want somebody in power who thinks that they should be king, or thinks that they should be leaders of all other countries. or thinks that they are some sort of peacemaker while conducting wars, while even threatening what could, very, very easily be considered at this point a World War III, especially while it continues to agitate and cause more chaos. It's absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I was going to go let them go a little bit further here, because she brings up a very good point. As nobody would. Nobody could look at that picture and go, "Oh yeah, duh, yeah, he does look like a doctor. Yeah, he most certainly looks like a doctor." I understand why. Trump's old, but he ain't old enough to remember doctors looking like that, or to have seen doctors looking like that. And she is talking about this picture. Okay, this is not new for Trump. He's done this multiple times. He's posted up AI pictures of himself and all kinds of likings. Okay. And as she goes on to state, because he at that time even stated that he would like to be Pope. He thinks he would be a good Pope. Exactly. Yes, very much so. Because it's just absolutely ridiculous. And she was exactly right. Every time anything, that's the reason why he's such a media hog. Social, all over True Social all the time. Sometimes all throughout the night. It's like the man is not even sleeping, which is not very good for his old ass health. I mean, it already concerns around dementia and everything else, and yet he's up all hours of the night tweeting and or truthing rather. And I mean, it's you gotta wonder in his crazy rants, posting up crazy AI stuff. But but that's all because he needs to be the center of attention. He needs to be the center of attention. He loves being the center of attention, and he loves thinking that I mean, just like the post of the picture of the truth. The Trump tower on the moon. Like he couldn't accept that NASA and Artemis and the whole thing Like the success that to what degree of the sex that is, and I have not, decided to yet to talk about that, but because I want to get more information around it. But like, he couldn't even accept that the coming back and all. He needed to refocus that towards him or make something about that about him. So he posts a picture of the moon with a Trump Tower there. Like, it's always about him, no matter what it is, whether it's him pretending to be the Pope or posting up about him being a Christ-like figure or whatever, of him being a superhero or him, always talking about how he's supposedly stopped and ended, all these wars, 8.5, 8.25 wars. Like, when he hasn't done any of that, none of it is true. He's not the peacemaker. And then, of course, he turns around and creates this board of peace where he is the head of the group, the one and single veto, and nobody can even choose another head of this peace board. He's the only one who can do so. Like, he has to be the leader, the top, the king, the everything. And again, this is Trump. This is who he is. And he doesn't care who he throws under the bus. If you oppose him in any kind of way, he doesn't care. He doesn't care what your religion is. He doesn't care what your politics are or anything. If you in any kind of way oppose him, he will throw you under the bus. He will condemn you. He will act like you hate him and hate everything that is what, America and everything else. Because you can only agree with him and him only. Everything he says, everything he does, every liking he poses himself as, it's all got to be around him. He quite literally thinks he is the savior of the entire world. And it's amazing to me how I continue to see Christians, friends, family, everywhere, still defending this guy, still defending all the actions that he has done, all the chaos he has created. And he's doing the Lord's work. He's doing the Lord's work. And every time you bring up, like I did with the Easter dinner, and how he's being elevated to the level of Jesus in Christ. Oh, no. That's not what's happening. He doesn't think he's Jesus. He's just, he just had things happen but he loves Jesus. He loves Christians. How dare you be upset? You're just mad that he loves Christians so much, and you apparently hate Christians. And you can't stand he loves America so much, and you just hate America. You're blind. You're fooled. You're bamboozled. You've actually been made a fool. Quite frankly, you're a fool. I love surrounding myself with losers, so that makes you a loser too. I don't know what else to say. He says it. He says it all. He shows it all. He doesn't mind mocking Muslim with the Allah, praise Allah comment in his Easter rant. He doesn't have a problem with mocking Christianity and Catholicism, with posting himself up on Truth Social as a Jesus-like figure, a savior-like figure on Orthodox Easter. May I remind you, this is total mockery. He is mocking your religion. He's mocking all religions, quite frankly, because he doesn't care. He doesn't care. I mean, he himself has stated in question of, his ability to be heaven bound, that he does not feel that he is heaven bound whatsoever. Because he does not have the connection to that. He's not religious. He's not a Christian. He's not any of that. He is of the religion of himself. He is a Trumponian. If he could create a religion and call it something Trump, the Church of Latter-day Trumps, I don't know, that's what he would do. If he could put his name on a church, he would, and everybody would worship him. Maybe that's what MAGA needs. Maybe that's what MAGA wants. I don't know. It's absolutely crazy to me. You're a cult, and you are following a guy to your ultimate demise. A guy who is now dragging this entire country through a war, through economic strife, the entire world, as a matter of fact. While he's, going golfing, going to UFC fights, and apparently retruthing likings of himself to Jesus. So, there you go. There's your great, powerful, strong man leader. Anyways, let me know what you think. Thank you very much for joining me here. You can't help. You can't help but look at this shit and just, I mean, what the again, if you're still supporting this guy at this point, if you're a Christian and you're still supporting this guy at this point, what are you doing? What are you doing? Thank you for joining me. And until next time, peace. Clear Talk, I'm out.